Morgan, and I'm a mental health specialist. Today we will be learning about support to deal with stressful life situations. We will also distinguish between normal responses to stress and those that may need support from a professional. Finally, we will begin to learn who we can talk to if we're concerned about our mental health, including supportive individuals in your school and the community. Before we get started, let's review our ground rules.
Remember, during Wellness Wednesdays, we listen with an open mind, avoid personal stories, are supportive of one another, allow one person to speak at a time, and what's shared in here stays in here. First, let's remember that mental health is just as important as physical health, and talking about mental health challenges and conditions in the same way we talk about having a cold or a broken bone helps reduce the stigma. We all have days where we struggle. Totally normal. For the most part, these feelings pass and are only temporary. However, sometimes they can develop into a more serious problem and really get us stuck. To help us understand a bit more about what's happening inside of our brains, let's learn about Dan Siegel's hand-brain model.
The more you understand how your brain works and how thoughts and emotions interact, the more control you can have over your thoughts and emotions. It's your brain. It's time for you to start controlling your own thoughts and emotions. So let's talk about how thoughts and feelings interact. We're going to break it down using a visual, the hand model. We're going to use our hand for this. Your thumb, folding it in, is the middle of your brain, your amygdala. Your fingertips, folding it around, is your prefrontal cortex, the front of your brain. We'll come back to this in a second. Our amygdala is really important in serious situations. For example, if you see a fire, it alerts you into action. It cuts off access to your prefrontal cortex where you think and reason, which is great. You don't need to calculate just how long it will take for the house to burn down. You just need to move. Back to your hand. Your amygdala in the center, with the fingers curled around, flips the prefrontal cortex lid. Flip the lid. Try it with me. Put your thumb in the middle, fold your fingertips, and force your fingertips over with your thumb, the amygdala. This could save your life in the fire situation. So we need our amygdala, but here's the problem. Your amygdala makes mountains out of molehills. So when there isn't a fire, and just say a pop quiz, your amygdala may react the same and flip your lid when there's no need to. When your lid is flipped, that's when your thoughts and emotions become muddled. When this happens, it means your thoughts are driven by your amygdala, and they are often distorted. This can fuel your worry or anxiety. So your lid is still flipped, and you need your prefrontal cortex to perform well on that pop quiz. So you have to find a way to get the prefrontal cortex to come down so you can think and reason. Bringing your lid down is tough for all of us.
Bringing your lid back down or your prefrontal cortex back online can be tough. Everyone is different. Sometimes you can bounce back from a setback, and other times you may feel weighed down for longer. Your mental health can change as things happen in your life. Here are some self-care strategies to help us overcome intense emotional response to situations. Have at least one friend you can vent to. Have at least one adult you can lean on for support. Deep breathing, drawing, listening to your favorite music, a hobby or craft, exercise, and healthy eating. All of these things can help in the everyday stresses of life. When situations go beyond self-care, it can be time to reach out for help. Let's look at some of the warning signs of more serious mental health concerns.
Mental health conditions are more common than you may think. 1 in 5 youth or young adults lives with a mental health condition. Do you know the warning signs? Like feeling sad or withdrawn for more than 2 weeks. Severe mood swings that cause problems in relationships. Intense worries or fears that get in the way of daily activities. Sudden overwhelming fear for no reason. Or seriously trying to harm or kill oneself, or making plans to do so. Not eating, throwing up, or using laxatives to lose weight. Significant weight loss or weight gain. Severe, out-of-control risk-taking behavior that can cause harm to self or others. Repeated use of drugs or alcohol. Drastic changes in behavior, personality, or sleeping habits. or extreme difficulty concentrating or staying still. If you see these signs in yourself or a friend, tell a trusted adult. The first step to getting help is to say it out loud.
If you notice that you are experiencing any of these signs, it is important to talk to someone so that they can help you. So you might be wondering, who can I talk to? The types of help can be categorized into 3 buckets. At school, you could speak to a trusted teacher, your school counselor, school administrators, or a coach. Community-based resources include licensed therapists, your pediatrician, spiritual resources, or other caring adults in the community. There are also national hotline resources that can provide immediate assistance or offer online tools for suicide prevention, psychoeducation, and community. Let's talk about some specific resources accessible to students in Duval County. The first we're going to highlight is the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. This hotline is available nationwide 24/7, 365 days a year, and is a resource you can access by calling or texting, and is facilitated by trained licensed mental health professionals. The next resource is the Jacksonville LGBTQ+ organization called Jasmine. They offer health services, housing support, and many other supports to young people in the community, including but not limited to hosting a prom and supporting gay-straight alliance clubs at schools. You can find out more information by calling them at the number listed or visiting their site. Last Wellness Wednesday, we talked a lot about bullying. If you or someone you know are being bullied, you can call the DCPS Bully Hotline at 904-390-2255 or text the information you want to report at 390-CALL@duvalschools.org from any smartphone. The report can also be filed online at duvalschools.org/bullyprevention. Finally, if you have any other questions about supports in our community, or maybe you're not sure where to start, anyone can call 211 from any landline or a mobile phone to be connected with a professional from the United Way. Let's look at a few situations and decide which caring adult the young person should go to for help. Scenario 1. There is a situation at school that is really stressing you out. Every day when you wake up, you remember the situation and start to feel sick. Teachers, please pause the video now so students can discuss which caring adult the student in the situation could speak to for help. Scenario 2. You recently found out your family has to move, and you'll be leaving your friends, sports team, and your ideal school schedule. You notice you start to feel sad and irritable with your friends, and it has been lasting more than 2 weeks. You really don't feel like yourself. Teachers, please pause the video now to allow for student discussion. Scenario 3. You recently experienced a breakup. You unfollowed your ex on social media accounts and have been trying to avoid them, but the gossip and rumors about you are getting harder and harder to handle. Your grades are beginning to slip and you don't care about keeping up with your classes. You notice you don't really want to go to school and you're trying to stay home more and more. Teachers, please pause the video now to allow for student discussion. You might be wondering, what if I do talk to someone? What would I say? Remember these 3 tips. Talk about the feelings you've been having that are causing you concern. Share how long these feelings have been occurring. Explain how these feelings are affecting school success, relationships such as family and friends, and other activities. Having this conversation may not be comfortable, and sometimes writing out your thoughts and feelings on paper ahead of time can really help. Students, turn to your shoulder partner and role play using the 3 simple tips on how you would ask someone for help if you were struggling with a mental health concern. Then, switch roles to give the other person an opportunity. Teachers, please pause the video and allow a few minutes for discussion. Getting help early increases the chance that a person will make a full recovery from a mental health concern. Recovery is possible when you seek out help and support services.
What do you want to be when you're older?
Hold on, it's like a deep question.
When I'm older, I want to be a singer. Ha 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 ha. That's my goal.
I'm not sure I want to invent the supercomputer, but I definitely want to build the supercomputer.
I want to be an inspiration.
An organizer of like do-gooders.
I want to be a veterinarian. I want to help out animals and work with them.
A media mogul. Just rule the world.
When I'm older, I want to be anything but the one that doesn't fit in, the one that people don't love.
Everyone deserves a dream.
Everyone.
But some of us feel depressed, anxious, angry, and do things that others think aren't normal.
We can't even focus on the present, much less the future.
If that's you, say something.
It's okay to talk. It's okay to share. It's okay to get help or help someone.
Talk to someone. It helps. And people will listen. Add your voice at okaytotalk.org.
Thank you for participating today. Now we'll move into our mindfulness activity, a technique that will assist us in closing our lid, quieting our amygdala, and reactivating our prefrontal cortex so we can make healthy decisions. It is called Getting Back Online Breathing. Sit up in a comfortable yet upright position. Feet flat on the floor, hands in your lap. Let your eyes close or gaze down at the ground in front of you. Feel the weight of gravity on the body. Notice its heaviness and where it is touching your chair. Take a few deep breaths and notice any relaxation or ease while silently repeating the word relax. As your body settles, bring your attention to your anchor, or the spot you can feel your breathing most clearly. That might be your nose, throat, or chest rising and falling. Continue to notice the sensations of your body breathing in and out, and anytime your mind wanders, bring it back online to your anchor. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. If something gets you angry or upset this week, see if you can remember that there are different parts of your brain at work. Do a minute or two of bringing your prefrontal cortex back online before acting in the situation. Remember, mental health is everyone's business. We all need to be looking out for ourselves and each other. Join us next month when we dive in deep about ways we can show up for our friends who might be struggling. If you would like to speak with someone about your thoughts, feelings, or emotions, it is okay to talk to a teacher, school counselor, or other trusted adult. Also remember that there are many local and national resources available to you as students in our area. You heard about a few today, but visit duvalschools.org/Wellness Wednesday for a comprehensive list. Lessons and activities are developed by DCPS staff certified in health education and licensed mental health professionals. Lessons include resources from research and evidence-based curriculum. If you need to speak to someone about your feelings or emotions, talk to your teacher or school counselor today. See you next month for our next Wellness Wednesday.